Support my Breaking News 24 channel. You can donate $1, $5, $10, or any sum you like to. Click the link in the description and make us a donation. Thank you for the support.
North Korea suspected behind murder of leader's half-brother. U.S. sources. The U.S. government strongly believes that North Korean agents murdered the estranged half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Malaysia, U.S. government sources said on Tuesday. American authorities have not yet determined exactly how Kim Jong-nam was killed, according to two sources, who did not provide specific evidence to support the U.S. government's view. A South Korean government source also had said that Kim Jong-nam had been murdered in Malaysia. He did not provide further details. South Korea's foreign ministry said it could not confirm the reports, and the country's intelligence agency could not immediately be reached for comment. In Washington, there was no immediate response to a request for comment from the Trump administration, which faces a stiff challenge from a defiant North Korea over its nuclear arms program and the test of a ballistic missile last weekend. Kim Jong-nam was known to spend a significant amount of his time outside North Korea and had spoken out publicly against his family's dynastic control of the isolated state. If confirmed as an assassination, it would be the latest in a string of killings over the decades at home and abroad meant to silence those perceived by North Korea's leaders as threats to their authority, one of the U.S. sources said on condition of anonymity. In a statement, Malaysian police said the dead man, 46, held a passport under the name Kim Kil. Kim Jong-nam has been caught in the past using forged travel documents. Malaysian police official Fadzil Ahmad said the cause of Kim's death was not yet known, and that a post-mortem would be carried out. So far there are no suspects, but we have started investigations and are looking at a few possibilities to get leads, Fadzil told Reuters. According to Fadzil, Kim had been planning to travel to Macau on Monday when he fell ill at the low-cost terminal of Kuala Lumpur International Airport, GLIA. The deceased felt like someone grabbed or held his face from behind, Fadzil said. He felt dizzy, so he asked for help at the counter of GLIA. Kim was taken to an airport clinic where he still felt unwell, and it was decided to take him to hospital. He died in the ambulance on the way to Putrajaya Hospital, Fadzil added. The U.S. government sources said it was possible that Kim Jong-nam had been poisoned. They said it could not be ruled out that assassins used some kind of poison pen device. South Korea's TV Chosun, a cable TV network, reported that Kim had been poisoned with a needle by two women believed to be North Korean operatives who fled in a taxi and were at large, citing multiple South Korean government sources. Reuters could not independently confirm those details. Secretive family. Malaysia is one of a dwindling number of countries that has close relations with North Korea, which is under tightening global sanctions over its nuclear tests and ballistic missile launches, the latest of which took place on Sunday. Malaysians and North Koreans can visit each other's country without visas. A phone call to the North Korean embassy in Kuala Lumpur late on Tuesday went straight to an answering machine. Kim Jong-nam and Kim Jong-un are both sons of former North Korean leader Kim Jong-il, who died in late 2011, but they had different mothers. Kim Jong-nam, the elder of the two, did not attend his father's funeral. His mother was an actress named Song Hye-rim, and Kim Jong-nam said his father kept his parents' relationship secret. The portly and easygoing Kim Jong-nam was believed to be close to his uncle, Jang Song-thaek, who was North Korea's second most powerful man before being executed on Kim Jong-un's orders in 2013. In an embarrassing 2001 incident, Kim Jong-nam was caught at an airport in Japan traveling on a forged Dominican Republic passport, saying he had wanted to visit Tokyo Disneyland. He was known to travel to Hong Kong, Macau and mainland China. Ko Yu-hwan, a professor at Dunk University in Seoul, said Kim Jong-nam had occasionally been the subject of speculation that he could replace his younger half-brother, the country's third-generation leader. Loyalists may have wanted to get rid of him, he said. Kim Jong-nam said several times over the years that he had no interest in leading his country. Personally, I am against third-generation succession, he told Japan's Asahi TV in 2010. "I hope my younger brother will do his best for the sake of North Koreans' prosperous lives." His cousin, Lee Han-young, who did exclusive U.S. arrests Mexican immigrant in Seattle covered by Obama program. U.S. authorities have arrested an immigrant from Mexico who was brought to the United States illegally as a child and later given a work permit during the Obama administration in what could be the first detention of its kind under President Donald Trump. Daniel Ramirez Medina, a 23-year-old with no criminal record, was taken into custody last week at his father's home in Seattle by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. The officers arrived at the home to arrest the man's father, though court documents did not make clear the reason the father was taken into custody. Ramirez, now in custody in Tacoma, Washington, was granted temporary permission to live and work legally in the United States under a program called the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, established in 2012 by Democratic President Obama, according to a court filing. The program protects from deportation 750,000 people who were brought to the United States illegally as children, sometimes called the Dreamers, and gives them the temporary right to work legally in the United States. Trump, a Republican who took office on January 20, has promised to crack down on the estimated 11 million illegal immigrants in the United States, most of whom come from Mexico and other Latin American countries. A move against DACA recipients like Ramirez would represent a significant broadening of immigration enforcement under Trump. Ramirez filed a challenge to his detention in Seattle federal court on Monday, arguing that the government violated his constitutional rights because he had work authorization under the DACA program. Ethan Detmer, a partner in the law firm Gibson Dunn and Crutcher who is one of the lawyers representing Ramirez, said he is not aware of any other DACA recipient who has been arrested. "We are hoping this detention was a mistake," Detmer said. "A broken promise." Another one of his lawyers, Mark Rosenbaum of the legal advocacy group Public Counsel, characterized the DACA program as a promise from the federal government's executive branch that DACA recipients would not be targeted for deportation. "We have no reason to believe that promise will be broken. This case should not see the inside of a courtroom," Rosenbaum said. Ramirez was in custody and unavailable for comment. Representatives for Immigration and Customs Enforcement declined immediate comment on the lawsuit. Emily Langley, a spokeswoman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Seattle, said the Justice Department is still reviewing the case. U.S. immigration officers last week arrested more than 680 people in the country illegally. Department of Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly said the operations, conducted in at least a dozen states, were routine and consistent with regular operations. But immigrant advocacy groups and Democrats have expressed concern that the Trump administration will escalate immigration enforcement efforts in line with the president's tough stance toward illegal immigrants. Trump campaigned on a promise to roll back Obama's executive actions on immigration, but since assuming office he has kept his public comments on DACA vague. In an interview with ABC News last month, Trump said his administration was devising a policy on how to deal with people covered by DACA. "They are here legally. They shouldn't be very worried. I do have a big heart. We're going to take care of everybody. We're going to have a very strong border," Trump said at the time. Under DACA, the government collected information including participants' addresses that potentially could be used to locate and deport them if the program is reversed. Ramirez was brought to the United States from Mexico in about 2001 at about age 7, according to the lawsuit. The government granted him a DACA card in 2014 and renewed it in 2016, finding that he was no threat to public safety. He has a 3-year-old son, according to the complaint. Ramirez in his lawsuit is seeking his immediate release and an injunction forbidding the government from arresting him again. A hearing in the case has been scheduled for Friday. According to the lawsuit, Ramirez was asleep at his father's home last Friday morning when ICE agents arrived and arrested the father. When they entered, they asked Ramirez if he was in the country legally, and Ramirez said he had a work permit, the lawsuit stated. ICE agents took Ramirez to a processing center in Seattle and he again disclosed his DACA work permit, the lawsuit stated. "It doesn't matter, because you weren't born in this country, one of the agents
If you
said.
like to receive more news on our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. If you like to receive an alert every time a new upload is made, hit the bell. Give us a like to the video or dislike if you agree or not to the news. Be proactive. Is your life and the news will serve your day. Finally, leave us your opinion in the comment section on what you think about the subject. Thank you and stay tuned to Breaking News 24.